Book 2, Stage 3, Lesson 45. Mistake. Mistake. Did you make any mistakes in your last dictation? Did you make any mistakes in your last dictation?
Yes, I made some mistakes in the dictation.
In my last dictation.
In my last dictation.
Okay. Do you ever mistake the difference in pronunciation between the words walk and work, or peace and peas, etc.? Do you ever mistake the difference in pronunciation between the words walk and work, or peace and peas, etc.?
Yes.
I sometimes mistake the difference in pronunciation between the words walk and work and peas and peace. Yes. Now, news, wireless, radio. News, wireless, radio. Did you hear the news on the wireless yesterday? Did you hear the news on the wireless yesterday?
Yes, I heard the news on the wireless yesterday.
How often do they give the news on the wireless each day? How often do they give the news on the wireless each day? They give the news, about 3 times.
3 times
every day.
Every day.
Each day.
Or each day.
So what's the difference between wireless and radio? What's the difference between wireless and radio? There is no difference.
There's no difference
right?
between wireless and radio.
Yeah. Wireless is an older word.
Wireless is an older word.
Yes. Ill, well. Ill, well. Do you ever feel ill? Do you ever feel ill? Yes.
Yeah.
I sometimes
feel ill.
Yes. And when you feel ill, what do you do? When you feel ill, what do you do?
When I feel ill,
I go to bed.
I go to bed.
Or go to the doctor.
Or when I feel ill, I go to the doctor.
Okay. When was the last time you felt ill? When was the last time you felt ill?
The last time I felt ill was the last week.
Was last week. Last week, okay. And what's the opposite of ill? What's the opposite of ill?
The opposite of ill is
well.
Well.
And do people generally feel well when the weather's bad? Do people generally feel well when the weather's bad? No. No, people don't generally feel well
when the weather's
bad. Okay. But they sometimes feel ill.
But they sometimes feel ill.
Thirsty, favorite. Thirsty, favorite. Are you thirsty at the moment?
Yes, I'm thirsty at the moment.
Okay. What do you do when you feel thirsty? Okay, what do you do when you feel thirsty?
When I feel thirsty, I drink water.
Yes. Okay. And what's your favorite drink when you feel very thirsty? What's your favorite drink when you feel very thirsty?
My favorite drink when I feel thirsty is water.
Yes. Okay. Students, read lesson 39 on page 215. Okay, sell. Sell. What's the opposite of the verb to buy? What's the opposite of the verb to buy?
The opposite of the verb to buy is to sell.
Perfect. And what kind of shops do they generally sell umbrellas? In what kind of shops do they generally sell umbrellas?
They generally sell umbrellas in clothes shops.
Yeah.
Clothes shops.
Okay. And do they sell food in clothes shops? Do they sell food in clothes shops?
No, they generally don't sell food in some shops.
But they sell clothes.
Yeah.
They sell clothes. Okay. Away, tell. Away, tell. If you are reading a good book and a friend speaks to you all the time, what do you tell him to do? Okay, if you're reading a good book and a friend speaks to you all the time, what do you tell him to do?
If I'm reading a good book good book and a friend speaks to me all the time,
I tell him
to go
away. Perfect. Now, did you go away for your holidays last summer? Did you go away for your holidays last summer?
No. I didn't
go away
for my holidays last summer.
Okay. Do you ever give any money away? Do you ever give any money away?
Yes.
Yes, I sometimes
give
money away.
Give my money away.
Okay. And did you take this book away with you after the lesson? Okay. Did you take this book away with you after the lesson?
No. I didn't take
this book
away with me after the lesson.
No, why not? Why not?
Because it isn't mine.
Good. Okay. Get. Okay. The other 6 meanings of the verb get are receive, bring, obtain, take, persuade, have. Okay. The other 6 meanings of the verb get are receive, bring, obtain, take, persuade, have. Okay. Now, animal, hairdresser. Animal, hairdresser. Now, what are the other 6 meanings of the verb get? What are the other 6 meanings of the verb get?
The other 6 meanings of the verb get are receive, bring, obtain, take, persuade, have. Perfect. So, as before, I will ask you a question with the verb get, and you will answer with the verb of the same meaning. Okay? Good.
So, as before, I will ask you a question with the verb get, and you answer with the verb of the same meaning. Okay?
Yes.
Do you get any cards from your friends at Christmas time? Do you get any cards from your friends at Christmas time? Yes.
Yes. I received some cards from my friends
at Christmas. Yeah.
Right.
Do you get? Okay. Will you go and get me a pen from the next room, please? Will you go and get me a pen from the next room, please? Yes.
Yes.
I will go and bring you a pen from the next
room.
And do we get milk from an animal? Do we get milk from an animal? Yes.
Yes. We obtain milk
from an animal. Good. Will you get that book from the table and give it to me, please? Will you get that book from the table and give it to me, please? Yes.
Yes.
I'll take that book from the table
and give it to you.
Okay. Is it easy to get people to give their money away? Is it easy to get people to give their money away?
No.
It isn't easy
to persuade people to give money away.
But it's difficult.
Yes.
Now, where do you get your haircut? Where do you get your haircut? I have my haircut at the hairdresser's. Perfect. Now, where can a person get his car washed in this city? Where can a person get his car washed in this city? There are a lot of places where a person can have his car washed in the city. Okay. So the verb to get has other meanings besides the 11 in this book, but in general, its general meaning is obtain. Okay, if you are not sure when to use get, it is better to use the verb of the same meaning. For example, instead of saying, how much does a doctor get, you can say, how much does a doctor earn? Okay, once again, so the verb get has other meanings besides the 11 in this book, but its general meaning is obtain. If you are not sure when to use get, it is better to use the verb of the same meaning. For example, instead of saying, how much does a doctor get, you can say, how much does a doctor earn? Okay. Has the verb get more than the 11 meanings in this book? Does the verb get, has the verb get more than the 11 meanings in this book? Yes.
Yes, the verb get has more than the 11 meanings in this book.
Now, what is the general meaning of the verb get? What is the general meaning of the verb get?
The general meaning of the verb get is obtain.
Yes. If you are not sure when to use get, what is it better to do? If you are not sure when to use get, what is it better to do? If I'm not sure when to use get, it is better to use the verb of the same meaning. Perfect. Now, business, foreign. Business, foreign. Does this country do business with foreign countries? Does this country do business with foreign countries?
Yes. This country does business with foreign countries.
Now, nature. Okay, nature. Do you think nature is always beautiful? Do you think nature is always beautiful?
No.
No, I don't think
nature is always beautiful.
Neither do I. Okay, price. Okay, what is the price of a meal in a very cheap restaurant in the place where you live? What is the price of a meal in a very cheap restaurant in the place where you live? The price of a meal.
The price of the meal
in a very cheap restaurant
in the place where I live is about 5,000 pesos.
Okay. Now bush. Okay, bush. Is a bush higher than a tree? Is a bush higher than a tree? No.
No. A bush isn't higher than a tree,
but it's lower
than
a tree. Perfect. Now, end of lesson 45, book 2, stage 3.